Hello, my friends. Namaste and welcome to Oregon Corner. I am the Orgonite Catechist. All of our how-to videos document the journey of an idea, a thought, or an intention into a beautiful manifestation that reminds us how powerful we truly are. Once you begin to work with the elemental energies involved in Orgonite, your life will change in the most amazing ways. Synchronicities and serendipities will follow you everywhere. Today's journey is about gratitude. Great, grounding gratitude. The following video, always edited for time, highlights each step of our pyramid's development. The music you are hearing carries a 432 Hz frequency, the healing frequency of love and gratitude. 528 Hz may also be used for this intention. The organic and inorganic materials for this project are placed before you. We recommend cleansing your space and materials with a smudge of Palo Santo or sage. You will notice a black river rock pile, or a cairn, C-A-I-R-N. Silicon dioxide or sand, mixed with elemental copper nuggets and gold glitter. For this project, I wrapped 4 quartz crystals in copper wire, more copper nuggets, copper-plated aluminum foil, and a metallic sticker with a Celtic knot configuration that symbolizes gratitude. The color theme is red, orange, and yellow. Here are the stones used for the apex of our pyramid, a combination of citrine and red agate. Citrine is a honey-colored stone that harnesses the frequency of the color gold and honey, while red-orange agate harnesses the slower and more grounding frequencies of the color red. These colors correspond to our root, sacral, and solar plexus energy centers or chakras. Clearing and balancing the flow of energy through these centers grounds us in our relationships to the body or earth, to the self or consciousness, and to others or the collective. The practice of combining stones for a specific intention is similar to mixing paints. This powerful combination of agate and citrine grounds us in the physical so we can be more conscious and grateful for the gifts we have been given. Unfortunately, the footage of mixing and pouring the resin into the apex was unusable, so Nimdip and I had to start the edits on the second layer. Here you can see I'm carefully placing the electrostatic copper foil just under the apex for a reflective effect. Under the foil, elemental copper nuggets, which you will see in a moment, will be placed. Let me first discuss the inorganic component of copper. This metal can best be described as the superconductor of spiritual energy. If shaped into an actual pyramid or tetrahedron framed object, that alone can be used to purify your crystals and your special stones. Thought to have many healing properties, people-sized copper pyramids have been constructed and used for just that with stunning results. The sheer act of wrapping a quartz crystal with copper wire intensifies communication with the spirit realm. In this particular pyramid, we are using it to amplify the intention of gratitude. And finally, I'll add a light yellow resin to set the copper in place. This next part illustrates suspension of the cairn or rock pile with bits of scrap metal, which, by the way, you should never throw away, from 2 glued together popsicle sticks. While I was waiting for inspiration for this particular pyramid, I recalled visiting a park in the Rocky Mountains, where I saw several of these rock piles along the riverbed. Upon noticing them, in my mind's eye I'd recalled several stunning photographs in various parts of the world in all sizes and shapes. As I crouched to get a closer look, my companion came by and toppled the pile over. "Why did you do that?" I asked. He replied, "Those are to mark trails, and people make those just for fun," he said. After that, though, I was still curious why they were there and what they were for. It turns out that indeed, in remote areas, outdoor enthusiasts use cairns as markers for trails. However, they have been used for millennia and not just for the purpose stated above. They're used to set spiritual intentions in physical places using what is immediately available. They can be used to mark a burial site, and they can be used with meditation. Now, our particular cairn is a signpost, a message from Spirit to pay attention to our gifts. A spiritual stoplight, so to speak, to take a moment, to notice, and to be thankful. As a PSA, though, I wouldn't recommend artistic endeavors with cairns on trails, and it is frowned upon in some state parks. But here, in Oregon Corner, we are mindful, infinite beings on a quest for enlightenment. Cairns will show us the way to gratitude. This next part highlights the suspension of not one, not two, no, not three, but 4 quartz crystals wrapped in copper wire. Placed at the 4 cardinal points and also representing the 4 elements of earth, water, wind, and fire, the crystals guard the cairn in the center of the resin. Individually, their toroidal-shaped electromagnetic fields are charged with the frequency of gratitude. In this configuration, we create a powerful entourage effect encircling the cairn. You will feel the grounding effect the moment you touch it. Once the cairn and the crystals are fully submerged, using the colors yellow and red in the resin, I'll pour the sand mixture and place the Celtic symbol. This sand mixture contains silicon dioxide, elemental copper, and gold glitter. Now, plain old sand is not just plain old sand. It contains quartz fragments, shell fragments, and rock fragments. Sand is the least complex organic component, but with the most disorder. While the crystal form of the quartz is complex and orderly. It's quite wonderful to think of the crystals of old that are now the granules of themselves in the sand. On the other hand, it's also inspiring to ponder sand's potential as the millennia roll on. What will the forces of the earth shape the sand into with ever more order and ever more complexity? After watching this video, you will not look at sand the same way. The resin will now sit in the mold for 12 to 24 additional hours, and then we can begin the demolding process of our gratitude pyramid. One last thought I'll leave you with as you watch me struggle to demold this pyramid. When you're in a place mentally where you can't stop thinking about a person or a situation, or where you're constantly worried about this detail or that detail or what's going to happen, I want you to stop, take a deep breath in and out, and then just ponder 3 to 5 things that you are grateful about, that you are happy about. Almost anyone can think of at least 3 things. Our vibrational frequency depends on where we focus our mental attention. Choose wisely. Think thankfully. And your heart will be filled with happiness and joy. Thank you, and namaste.